Alright guys, today we're going to put together our FLP Luso seat. First we're going to start off with the tools that you're going to need. Razor blade, 4mm Allen, 10mm wrench, 5mm Allen. If you can, sometimes it's nice to have the ones with the swivel on it. Also a 13mm socket on a ratchet. Top of all that, warm up your soldering iron. Alright, first thing first, we're going to come over to your seat. We have already drilled out the holes, but we'll make the best of this, show you what you got to do. Alright, so usually you have a small strip in here, similar to the ones that you're going to find out here and out here. What you're going to have to do is grab a razor blade and just slowly have at that edge and just shave it down little by little until it's sitting flush like that. Next, you're gonna grab this stainless steel piece. Serves as two purposes. It's gonna be a support when you bolt everything up, it's not all wobbly. And it's a drill guide to make your holes to start mounting everything up. Alright, once you have your solder all warmed up, we're going to use these to go through the plastic, so you can put your bolts in there, bolt this down. So like I said, we already did these two. I'm going to show you how to do that last one over there. And this thing just drops right into place. Just push it down firmly, as flat as possible on the top. Just come in here with your soldering iron and let it do its thing. It'll pop to you pretty quick. Once you're in, kind of try to move it in like a circle motion. Let it cool. Go over your next one. And then the next one. Alright, that's all drilled out. We're going to get on to the next step. We're going to leave that alone. You can plug your soldering iron, put it somewhere safe, let it cool. Next step, we're going to get this rod, the hinge, and this M5 bolt. Chances are, when we ship this to you, it's already assembled. I'm going to show you how to assemble it anyways. It's pretty straightforward. Grab your hinge, grab the rod, run it through. It should go in nice and smooth. If you're getting any binding or something's wrong, give me a call, but we check them every time before we ship them, so you should be good. Next up, grab that M5, thread it in, just get it nice and snug until it bottoms out, it doesn't spin anymore. And you're good, now you have your hinge. Right, back at the seat, we're gonna bolt this all up, get the assembly all ready, and start making the frame. So this only fits one way. If you put it like that, you can see there's this giant gap in there. It's flapping around. That is not the right way. You wanna flip that 180. It's gonna sit nice and flush in there. Next, grab your bolts. I like to run these from the front all the way to the back. Grab 3 of these M6. There's only 3 of them in this kit. You're gonna put them in each hole. I like to run them front to back. Once you have your 3 bolts in, get the 3 corresponding M10 nuts, put them in place, tighten them up, pretty straightforward. Next, grab this Allen key. It's nice to have the small one for this front, just because it's kind of tight in clearance. Put that on there, snug them up, and we'll move on to the next part. You want to make sure this tube is snug against these posts right here. You don't want too much gap in there, otherwise it's gonna be holding all the support on this bracket instead of spreading it across these two posts and the bracket. So just keep that in mind. If it's too high, you're gonna just need to oblong these holes a little bit, but the template is right on the money. If you did that right, you should be all right. All right, now we got the hardest part out of the way. So the rest is pretty self-explanatory, kind of straightforward. So you're gonna grab either one of these sides. You're gonna get the corresponding seat support bracket. You kind of want it to be facing forward or pointing forward. If you can see, this kind of comes up, angles forward, comes this way. That's how you know it's the right one for this side. If you have powder coat on your parts, it's gonna be a little bit snug. Next batch, we're gonna open them up, make it a little bit easier fit, but that's the way it's gonna be. Next, get your corresponding bracket. That's the wrong one. This is gonna be the right one right here. Just lay it over, grab your bolts. This one, you're gonna get the two of the longer ones for the back. These are longer M8s, just run it through. So once you run that through, just get a nylock, put it in the back. Don't tighten it up all the way, just kind of keep it halfway like that until you bolt it up onto the bike. Just put that down, do the other side. All right, now we got the two sides done. Make sure they look symmetrical. Get your seat, flip it upside down. Grab either side. Grab an M8 washer. Grab another bolt, another M8. Put that in, hand tighten it. Grab the other one, same thing. Washer, M8. Put it on there, hand tighten. All right, now everything's kind of rough. Just kind of hand tighten in there. You're ready to install it on your bike. That's pretty self-explanatory. If you can't figure that out, you don't belong near a Ruckus. It's gonna be take out your stock bolts, put these new ones in with the washers, of course. Left, front, back, all the sides. Once you have it bolted onto your bike, then you can snug up all the bolts. One thing you do have to keep in mind is when you tighten up this front bar, make sure it's all the way down. And there you have it, it's a full install. Ready to go. Flip up seat from FLP.